Hey guys, let's get more news about Dallas, but first, don't forget to subscribe and leave your like. Cowboys signing NFC rival receiver wouldn't be shock value move. Frisco. One of the Dallas Cowboys' main objectives for this offseason will be reshaping their wide receiver room. This will be one part of an overall offensive reset, but a key strategy as the team tries to assist quarterback Dak Prescott in the passing game. CeeDee Lamb remains an elite number one option coming off another 1,000 season, so there will not be drastic change at this spot. However, a look down the depth chart shows there are tangible upgrades available. Jalen Tolbert increased his numbers with higher usage, though the tape leaves more to be desired. Veteran Brandon Cooks and speedster Kavontae Turpin are both set to hit the free agent market as well. Turpin will be harder to part with given his special teams contributions, but the former may be done in Dallas. The team traded for Jonathan Mingo in the latter half of the season, but that move bore hardly any fruit. Altogether, the Cowboys are desperate for some change among their receivers. With their number one option locked down, a veteran receiver makes sense to add some experience to a young group and replace Cook's presence. Looking for those potential options, Seattle Seahawks receiver Tyler Lockett could be an option. Head coach Mike Macdonald has been non-committal to Seattle bringing him back, meaning there could be a parting of ways this offseason. Lockett is a projected cap hit of over $30 million, a number far too high for a player who has regressed in the last two seasons and on a team spending well over the cap. From the Cowboys' perspective, trading him for what would be an expensive one-year rental is not an option. But if Seattle releases him, there is a clear upgrade for their offense. While Lockett's numbers have declined in recent seasons, both his 2023 and 2024 numbers cleared what Cooks posted with the Cowboys in those campaigns. Related, ESPN picks Cowboys to win Super Bowl 60 for one bizarre reason. Additionally, Lockett has not missed a game in that span and has a track record of availability combined with production, something that should hold value for the Cowboys. Lockett is not a major shock value addition, but a viable secondary or tertiary option if Dallas spends a draft pick on another receiver. The same holds true if this offense becomes more run-focused as it seems to be with Brian Schottenheimer, one familiar with Lockett's ability from his time in Seattle. Nonetheless, the Cowboys will have options to consider as they try to revamp their offense for the 2025 season. Stop the Jerry hate. Micah Parsons issues controversial. Cowboys take Frisco. Micah Parsons keeps trying to shut him down. The media keeps trying to stir him up. The rumors continue to swirl about Parsons potentially being traded by the Dallas Cowboys, a concept that could be completely shut down by owner Jerry Jones. If he'd hurry up and sign his best defensive player to a contract extension. When he does do that, and that is the America's team plan here, with Micah volunteering to possibly take less than the $40 million APY deal that would make him the highest paid non-QB in NFL history, it might accomplish two things. 1. Yes, it will end the idea that the 25-year-old premium pass rusher has a future anywhere but Dallas. And 2, it'll make Jerry Jones look competent. As a general manager, Jerry has been catching heck since he and Jimmy Johnson divorced 30 years ago. There are transactional issues. Why did it take so long to sign Dak Prescott and CeeDee Lamb? And there are commitment doubts. Why won't Dallas spend an outside free agency to improve the roster? But there is this. Parsons, who has gone public in essentially demanding that the Joneses change their frugal approach to roster building, is nevertheless not only loyal to the Cowboys. He's also loyal to Jerry. Parsons hosted a show at the Super Bowl, during which a mention of Jones brought on hoots and boos from the otherwise pro-Dallas audience. And Micah shut down his own audience. Me and Jerry Jones. That's my dog, Parsons said. We gotta stop that Jerry Jones hate. Listen, I'm telling y'all right now, Cowboys Nation, Jerry Jones is much better as a GM than you guys think. I never met a man that takes better care of his players. Parsons is broaching a few different issues here. The 82-year-old Jerry's grandfatherly approach to his guys? That's real. the elite ranking of Jerry as a GM? If playoff wins and Super Bowl contention is the measuring stick, Micah is blinded by loyalty. But Parsons' devotion to Jones, blind though it may be, is the stuff Cowboy for life is made of. It is a positive part of the fiber of Jerry's Dallas Cowboys, it's just that it would be made even more positive if it would pay off in a championship. Cowboys' Micah Parsons speaks on leaving Dallas, but he's joking, for now. Micah Parsons' unrelenting optimism for the Dallas Cowboys has not shifted even when he joked recently about joining the Kansas City Chiefs. But could there come a breaking point for him if his team continues in their rut? There was not much to celebrate about the 2024 Dallas Cowboys. A disappointing season saw an onslaught of injuries and significant regression from 3 straight playoff appearances. Such misfortune would not deter defensive star Micah Parsons, who rallied from his own injury in an attempt to salvage something out of the miserable season. To his credit, his efforts spirited a minimal morale boost amid a 7-10 finish. This is how Parsons has approached his role with the Cowboys since joining the organization. Dallas' most prized ambassador has demonstrated unwavering confidence in himself and his team to reach the summit, regardless of circumstance. His mindset translates directly to his play on the field, where Parsons still managed 12 sacks, despite the time missed with his ankle injury. Nothing yet has broken his spirit, and he is determined to help build a winner at the Star. Parsons is expected to receive a contract extension this offseason that would potentially keep him in town for a few more years to spearhead those efforts. But is there a scenario where he changes that tune? Parsons has kept himself very vocal through the offseason, drawing plenty of headlines over the last few weeks. Leading up to the Super Bowl, he joked with Baltimore Ravens running back Derrick Henry about the idea of ring chasing down the line. If you can't beat him, join him. In the next 4 or 5 years, once I hit 30, and I'm not where I need to be, if that ring isn't right here fitted, he said. That humorous comment came before last week's call to action of his franchise ahead of free agency. The talent is there, we just got to be aggressive the same way other teams did, Parsons said Thursday. I don't want to sit back and watch other teams build and us stay the same. I want to see us become aggressive and get some players that will come in and make an impact. It's no surprise that the most vocal player on the team was the first to sound off in regard to the offseason. All his messaging has been positively focused, but a repeat of the 2024 dramatics may reasonably start to test his patience, even if he gets his deal. Parsons' loyalty to the Cowboys is unquestioned. But he clearly wants to win and compete for championships. Business as usual has not worked in that regard for a long time. Perhaps the Cowboys flip the script and engineer the changes that lift them back into contention. Through his hints, or even the brutally honest claims, it's not impossible that Parsons considers major change down the road if things do not change. And are you a fan? What do you think of Micah Parsons leaving? Leave your opinion in the comments.